Hey guys, my name's Justin and welcome to Hillsboro, where we care about the design behind designer luxury. And if you do too, make sure to subscribe. For today's video, I thought it would be really fun. Also, I'm very excited to look at the new Spring/Summer 23 Gucci Runway titled Twinsburg. I don't know, I'm trying to go in blind. I'm not looking anything up or trying to do any research beforehand. All I've really done is I've gone to the little preview page on the Gucci website and it has like that person in red like bouncing. I saw some of the Instagram posts and it seems like there's some sort of like illusion within the walls or something like that. I also saw there was like a little graphic that said like otherness test or something like that. I'm like, I have no idea what this means. This could be really great or also just like, I don't know. But in any case, I'm very excited and yeah, let's get started.
Totally opposite, utterly different,
Okay.
opposite.
Wait, okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm confused now. I don't know why they did a split screen. Okay, right, we're here to look at the looks. I love this jewelry. I don't know what it is, but like Gucci has been doing really interesting, for me, really interesting things with like their fashion jewelry line, obviously. I don't know, they're treating the face as like a canvas and like they create like lines where sometimes it's like very glamorous and still unusual. Like I have one of those dangling nose rings that like covers your mouth or like just kind of awkward and weird. But this I think is a great example of like, it's very strange, but then the lines it creates are very beautiful. It almost has this like face mask look to it. So it doesn't look so extraordinary in a way until you like see how it's like strands of chains and the way that it falls down. I don't know, I love that. Oh, okay, this is going fast. Really quick, let's talk about this. I love how it's a jacket that looks like it has like an attached neckline, but then the belt is interesting how it's very 80s, like that huge shiny buckle, and then it just has a little cutout to make the G shape. But what I wanted to talk about is the model after. So this model has like a gigantic chunky silver necklace on. But then, okay, looking at the accessory, this model is carrying a bag that has like a little like, yeah, like a little floopy, like, whatever that is. It really reminds me of like the saddle shape, which I get, like, saddlebags like are just a thing in general, but like at this point, when it comes to like luxury accessories, I think Dior has kind of cornered the market on that shape. So it's interesting seeing like that kind of like, almost like a, looks like a backwards Florida. Oh! I love the structure of this blazer. Like, all over sequins, great, and then the little floral detail like pasted on top. I mean, this whole runway so far has felt like kind of 80s, but like also with like the broad shoulders of this blazer, and then the fact that it has this like harsh line of where it's cut, it has that kind of like crop. I'm very into this. I just wish they would show the bags more. Also, I'm absolutely going to go crazy because it's like not music, it's like a monologue over some like light music, so I just keep hearing the phrase identical twins again and again.
Identical twins.
Identical twins.
Identical twins.
Identical twins.
Identical twins.
Okay, but so the reason I stopped is like these sunglasses. Gucci for a while now has been doing some like really fun sunglasses. And these are no exception. Like this like almost like droopy shield shape, but then having like this, it's like a curtain of chains coming down. They're very into the shape of like creating a line of the cheek, like on top of or like under the cheek, and then having like some sort of verticality. I think that's interesting. What is that? Oh my god. I'm trying to get a completely just like crystalled out teddy bear bag, I'm assuming. Like the rainbow stripes, and you're like, oh, that's cool, but then like, look at the eyes. Can you see the eyes? They're like bugging out. Like this is like, have you guys seen that video of the lady on a plane and she's like, this is my comfort animal?
It's an emergency service animal, and it's a lynx, not a cat. There's a big difference.
There's a lynx.
Oh, because they thought it was a baby breastfeeding, and then they're like, no, it's a cat breastfeeding. And then there's this whole like commotion, and she gets up and she takes the blanket off, and it's like a really still cat, and then you like she turns and then you just see it has googly eyes on it, and it's like a fake cat or a stuffed cat or something like that. And it's just like, whoa.
Wow.
Oh, the eyes are.
This is the same energy for me. Oh my god. I will not be buying this. Ah! This whole look in general is feeling like very juvenile to me. Like very like, not naive, but like the beads from the headband going down, it looks like pigtails. This model is also carrying like a bedazzled teddy bear bag. And then there's like a lot of like ruffles and on the, is that a track jacket? Yeah, and there's a lot of ruffles on this jacket. And then even like the skirt is that kind of flouncy, like tiered, like ruffly kind of skirt that like, I think if you're a little kid and you like love spinning in your little skirt and it like makes all the layers go up and it's like, oh, it's super cool. And then even like the leggings or the tights that this model has on are cheetah print. It feels kind of like elevated limited too. So there's that. I don't know, I'm kind of into it though. It's like, yeah, if you've always wanted to dress kind of ridiculous like that, why not? What is this? And this look looks like it's from like Matilda or something. Like Principal Trunchbull would wear this. Like it's like tableclothy material cut into this very boxy jacket, cinched waist, and then this like awful floral print that like makes sense at Gucci. And of course like the like calf socks with like the stripes. I like it though. So this is the first look I've been able to get clearly of this kind of bag. The matelassé of this bag reminds me of like the Marmont, but then it has that like retro like oval Gucci logo. I can't tell from this video if it's like the horse bits or if it actually is the GG. There are some variations of like what fits in like that oval logo. From my perspective, like the Marmont is kind of like Gucci's response to the classic flap from Chanel, but then this definitely doesn't feel like that. It has matelassé, it has a chain strap, but then the proportions and the material make it feel like its own thing. It almost ages it. Alessandro Michele loves digging in the archives to like reintroduce bag shapes and styles before updating them, but then this, I don't know, this feels very dated. Not in a bad way. I don't know, it's throwing me off. I like it. I like that it's a little confusing for me. You're probably sitting at home like, okay, it's a little like dark green square bag with a gold chain strap. How is this confusing? But I don't know. The mind works in mysterious ways. I don't know. Like the combination of this like straw hat and these sunglasses, it's very creepy to me. I'm not feeling it. I do appreciate it, but like, no, I don't need to see that. What is this? I'm very intrigued by this piece. It looks like it's like a halter vest, but like those jackets that you see like gymnasts wearing when they're like waiting to go on to like keep them warm. And then it has like a bunch of sequins on it too. But then the fact that it like goes up and is like sits as a halter, so then this model is styled with like kind of like a half sleeve, it looks like a poplin or something, shirt, like very like business casual. I don't know, I like it. I like the mix of glitz and then like this just light blue shirt material. And then of course we have this really amazing, okay, I did not like that rainbow one because the eyes bulging out stood out more because it was striped. This one I think it works because it's like just like the white crystals, and then you can see there's actually the GG monogram going with like the little diagonal lines. But then the eyes here, like, they're still silly looking, but they don't stand out as much because it's all just like white crystal. I don't know, this one's adorable to me. I think the other one's funnier, but I don't know, this one like wouldn't haunt my dreams.
It's a lynx, not a cat.
Oh, I want to talk about that bag. Huh? So this looks like the same or at least similar style as the bag I talked about before, the dark green one. But then it's like bicolor, it has red on the top and purple on the bottom. But like, I want to talk immediately about this jacket where like the lapel turns out. It looks like it's like silver Tyvek or like silver foil or something like that, and I'm obsessed with it because on the outside it has like the golden like lipstick tubes, but it's black lipstick. The material is definitely on the outside, making it feel very like 80s. And then of course, like, sure, the lapel with silver also feels very 80s, but like putting them together is a little, I don't know, it's a little like shocking to me. And then it looks like there's some sort of seam or line around like the half mark of the sleeve. There's some gold there. I'm wondering if it's like a zip-off thing, which is also very 80s. I don't know. I really like this jacket. I don't feel like this jacket screams Gucci to me, but I think it's a good thing. Huh? Is that a gremlin? I think that's a gremlin in that bag. Comment below if you think it's gremlin. Story time. I've never seen that movie because I hate horror movies, and like the whole idea of the suspense of like, oh, when's it gonna turn? Or whatever, or like all these little monsters freaking you out. Is it even a horror movie? I feel like it's actually a children's movie. I can't remember. But like, still, like, I'm not into it. I was traumatized at a very young age from horror movies, so anything that was like slightly scary, not it. Okay, let's talk. Waist up, you can't see the gremlin. So again, we're seeing this kind of print where it's like, I can't date the print because I don't have that kind of knowledge. It's that like duotone, like light and shadow, and then that's what makes the whole illustration, right? It's actually quite the mixture of objects. Like the last one we saw was the black lipstick, and then this one's a nut. I think it's the color combinations that's making it seem very like vintage for me, like those dusty colors. And here it all comes together. So again, we're seeing another jacket with this time it's like a red lipstick, a wrench, and then it's like this mint of like this like minty like copper patina green, and then this like chocolate brown like mixing together. That's absolutely like 70s, right? I don't know, maybe I don't actually know decades and I don't really know anything, which is fine because, you know, who knows anything? I don't know, we're just here for fun. But then seeing it again with like the lapel on the inside having the silver, and then there's even like a silver like, maybe it's a lame actually. Looking on the turtleneck, it kind of looks like a lame, but then that silver turtleneck I think is insane. I love this. First off, let's start. Boxy cropped blazer, double-breasted, so you get like the, definitely widens the body, and then on top of that there's like these like chunky like thick like with THICCC, like thick shoulders, like it's padded to the gods. And then boom, a little bit of midriff, very sexy, and then you see the thong strings. Come on, that's great. Oh my god. Obviously like Y2K has been here. It's probably not gonna go anywhere for a while, surprisingly, because the trend cycles have been like speeding up like crazy, but I feel like there's some staying power here. For some reason, we're going back to all these terrible trends, but this is how you do this trend right. I'm really into this. And then, this little monster. What the? Obviously, this whole runway is like very 80s driven, because we even have this like, it's not even a reference, it's a character from the Gremlins movie. Also, I just noticed that the model has like very long, like pointed nails, which I think is a really nice touch, especially like with the model like carrying the gremlin like that. I have no idea what's going on though. Is that a bag, or is this just like one of those prop pieces, like when they had like the prosthetic heads that they were carrying around? I don't know what's happening, but this is still my favorite look so far. I love this big like structural look with like a little bit of sexiness, and then even like a very like foot bearing sandal kind of thing. I don't know what to call that. Oh, I'm so into this. The way that this dress like ends, like, you know, it makes like a mini skirt, but then it has like kind of like those little like, you know, in like those old movies or like cartoons or whatever, and like you see the guy with like, I guess everyone, they had more like stuff going on when it came to undergarments, like things that connected to socks or whatever, connecting to underwear or the waist, something like that. It's very much that energy, but then it's a skirt going into, I think, pant legs. This is great. This is so strange. I love this kind of thing. Oh, I'm into that. It's like that one internet meme of the guy like in like a full like dress shirt, tie, and like slacks, but then behind him is like a mirror and you see that it's completely cut out and he's wearing like lingerie. This is giving that energy. Like you have this like long jacket or coat or whatever. Again, we're seeing that light blue, like it looks like a J. Crew shirt kind of thing going on, just tucked into this underwear with the GG monogram. This is incredible. It's giving that like high-low that I love. Like it's very like business, structured, boring, straight, masculine type of energy, but then you tuck it into this like sexy underwear with like little straps that go down to like the thigh straps or thigh socks or whatever that is. Oh, this is great. This look is fine. I love this jacket actually. I love the shape of it. It's that very like exaggerated shoulder with like a lot of sequins. But then let's take a moment. This model is so pretty. Oh my god. This model's just like me. What is going on? What is going on? I am going to lose it, you guys. This gremlin's like in a harness. Like I get it's supposed to be like one of those baby carrier, like baby backpack type of deals. Like it's like a backpack for it. But the way that it's like strapped and it's just kind of hanging from, I'm assuming, the belt loop of those shorts, which are like insane. Like add like a few more inches and you can sell it to Adam Sandler. Like he would love this silhouette. But like I'm still losing my mind at this gremlin, guys. I'm so confused. I love that there's just a pair of denim overalls in this show, and then fuori, which I translated to out, which I'm like, okay, like out as in like get out? I don't know. Oh, that teddy bear comes in black. Oh, and it makes the eyes super obvious.
It's an emergency service emotional support animal.
Oh.
Okay, I really like this draping. I feel like sometimes when you see draped garments, the drapes are very like dramatic. It's big and flowy, and I think there's definitely a time and place, and I love that kind of draping. But then this one, it's almost like pleated in a way, in that it's very small folds and they're repeated at, it looks like pretty regular intervals. It could actually be pleated, but the way that it like goes out makes it feel more like a sort of drape for me. But I love that they did it in this like sparkly fabric, because then that kind of contrast of like sparkling is always very like light and effervescent, but then like folds, ruching, pleating, all of that always adds a little bit more weight and heft to it. So it's kind of like that dynamic of like something fleeting, just like the light shimmering, but weighed down by the heft of the fabric. You're creating volume, you're creating mass with the fabric. I like it. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna like this though. Sorry, I'm getting a little serious now. Okay, I have to address it. There's so many looks like that. There's this very like Chinese inspired with like the Mandarin collar and like all of this. I don't know how I feel about this. It's not my jam necessarily. Not my territory. I love this. Why is it right after this look? It's just this like shimmery drapey fabric. Like it's like it looks like a chainmail, but I can't tell. Like I'm not close enough to be able to see. But then I love like the black fingerless gloves. That's insane. And then just like the panels of like sparkles falling. I love it. I love this look so much. Like honestly, like I would expect something from this from like Paco Rabanne, who's like famous for like chainmail, or I think Versace also did like a lot of chainmail. It feels a little strange to see it at Gucci, but like in a good way. Like it's kind of giving me like Tom Ford Gucci, although I don't know if he even used this kind of like material before. Oh my god, these pants are great. You can hide stuff under there. Take that to the movies, put a Slim Jim, just tape it to your leg. I don't want to talk about this. Are you making me talk about this? I don't want to talk about this. It's just a big blue dress with a gremlin face on the bottom. I also don't think the silhouette is necessarily quite interesting. I don't get this look. Maybe it's not for me then. I feel like the world would be better if people could see like, I don't get it, but maybe it's not for me. What? I don't understand what's happening. I can't even like appreciate the looks. Also, there's totally an alarm going on right now. It's really cool. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Shock has passed a little bit. I'm still really confused about what's happening. It looks like a wall came up, so each of these models is actually a twin. What is going on? Okay, also, what a great final look. I love this look. You know, you crop out like that region, like the, what is it? Like the crotch region, and it's just a regular suit, albeit it has like, you know, great form. Then like you zoom in to like, I mean, don't zoom in on the crotch because that's weird, but like you take a look there and it's like, oh, there's just nothing there. It's just pant legs that go into like little thin strips of fabric to a waistline, and then you just see the model's underwear. Also, looking at the order of the colors, does this mean that the model's shirt is tucked into the underwear and then the pants are pulled up, but then the underwear peeks out of the pants? I mean, you can visibly see the underwear, whatever sort of undergarment or bottoms these are. But like, just that layering is insane to me. I love that.
Identical twins. Identical twins.
All the models are twins?
Identical twins.
Wait, hold on. So when it was like they recreated the scene from The Shining from the last campaign, was that like foreshadowing to like what this Runway's theme would be since they had the twins holding hands? Oh my god, this is great. I am so shook right now. This is crazy. This is actually insane. If I were in the audience, I would have screamed. I would have been like, ah, what? Yeah! I'm not gonna scream because I'm like inside right now, but like this is crazy. I hope all these people understand that I'm now obsessed with all of them. Oh my god. So they had 100 models for this show? Like, what? Okay, this is giving me The Shining. I do like the giant Diana, but I don't like the gremlin. Oh, I like this big tote bag. Not the gremlin, the tote bag. Alright, so that was the first look at the Gucci Twinsburg fashion show. Obviously, it was kind of a giveaway with like the name of it, but like actually seeing it happen was incredible. And like, if you haven't seen the show on your own, I would recommend like just watching through the whole thing. I enjoyed it. The looks for me, like obviously there was this overarching, like very like 80s, mixing like the high-low, seeing like a lot of sequins mixed with like denim or lace mixed with like business casual or like businessman kind of like businesswoman plain pantsuit kind of thing. Like it was very much like, I don't even know if I would call it high and low, but kind of like highbrow, lowbrow maybe. Where it's like this kind of like unpretentious side where like you're not afraid of your undergarments showing, mixed with like some of the silhouettes that you would see in like 80s businesswomen where they had like the huge structured shoulders and things like that, looking like very well put together. And then you have like the other side, which is like overalls, you know, like it was a very interesting mix, and I really enjoyed the show actually. I don't know if I'm like particularly drawn to any of the pieces from it, but I enjoyed it regardless. But let me know, do you see anything that you thought was interesting? I definitely did, and it was definitely like the reveal, like that was great. I don't know, let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. But that is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It lets me know that you like this kind of content and that you too care about the design behind designer luxury. Until next time.
Identical twins. Identical twins.